so that won't go in the skip. Yeah, we won't get much for it, but we'll get a wee something.
Well, again, we still need all the copper for all the steampunk enthusiasts that theoretically still exist.
Indeed.
Today was a bit rough. We had a lot of rain off and on, so we would sort of whip everything together, get it outside, do what we could, take all the power tools back inside, outside all day. So the video is a bit all over the place today, but we'll try to do better tomorrow.
Much better. Thank you.
So I said much better. It's a bit better. There's definitely still some gaps. But with the bottom board as warped as it was, it's kind of a miracle I managed to get as many of them level to the front as we did. We'll just have to hide some of these sins with plants, but I think that once all the logs and the bamboo and the pine cones and everything are in, it'll be a lot better. What we did show in the video, because it was just raining so hard and we were just a bit exhausted, we have put some chicken wire behind the back, not really to hold it in per se, just enough to kind of give us a backstop for the smaller things like pine cones, tiles, etc.
Well, it's just starting to sprinkle, so we're going to wait it out and see how bad it gets. But mainly just trying to screw together the Bug Hotel today, and because we've got to give the jackhammer back, we're trying to get as much of this concrete out of the corner as we can, dig up some bricks. So while we're not actually going to build the pond just yet, we're trying to get as much of the detritus as we can out before we give it away.
Yeah, so it might be challenging, as you've probably seen me going with at least 4 different tools. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different tools. Although 3 of them are spades. Yes, there's a mess of roots, there's concrete, there's hardcore, there's a plastic bag.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hot mess back there, but we're going to just see what we can do before the rain gets too much worse. And then I guess we'll go see what else we can accomplish today while it's raining. I don't want to be rained on.
It would be inconvenient. Yeah, they've seen this.
I haven't. Just do your job. It's like the sword and the stone.
And clay, of course.
Who could have foreseen this?
Nearly there. The sword in the stone.
Yep.
Or the chisel in the concrete.
Nice one.
Right, I'm working on levelling a bit.
Yeah. All right. Show me what you got.
Right, so on one of the breaks somewhere between actually doing the work, rain, coffee break, Tanya suggested don't try and bring the entire post out whole with the lump of concrete. Chisel the lump of concrete to the bottom, it'll probably come out easier.
Yeah.
I do wish I was right occasionally, but yes, I'd definitely say probably hours of time.
You are right occasionally.
Well, not on this one. Like chisel away the concrete along the sides and it's just snapped out. So there's still a ball of concrete in there, which I'll try and dismantle and scatter on the floor, preferably while you're walking past for added.
Yeah, you do like to throw rocks at me.
Oh, you've been walking back and forth on the place I've been trying to work, and in fact trying to get into this corner I've specifically got a jackhammer in.
Well, yes, now that I realize that screw is not going into the wood, I'm going to have to
pull that back out.
Well, fortunately, that will be fairly easy once I've just dug a bit more of this out.
Indeed.
But yeah.
But a very good result. And so that can go that can go into the skip. And then we're going to pull out this other one over here in Leopold's corner.
Well, we're going to attempt to. I mean, hopefully, it's also right next to a massive root ball.
Yeah.
And it's also straight up instead of a 45-degree angle.
Yeah.
Which I don't know what that will do for the party.
Well, you do enjoy a jackhammer, thankfully.
Well, when it goes right, it's a very fun power tool.
Indeed. And then we're going to plant an artichoke in that corner, which will have its very own watering system, apparently, from the neighbor's garage.
Although we'll probably need to dig the hole for that now, because based on how many roots are under there.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to go down. We could build up just as easily. Could even just use some of the bricks and stuff. And
I may still do a bit of digging once I've sorted that one out, if only to redistribute some of the soil that's there to more useful places.
Sounds good. Well done.
Right, well, that isn't going quite to plan. If I hoist you over here and show you the hole to dig this out, if I angle that so I can go a bit closer and possibly show you, let's see, anywhere between 3 and 5 massive tree roots from the massive trees that happen to be around here. There's no way to get the angle on this thing. So Tanya suggested if there's no rebar, then just chisel the fucker out. So let's chisel the fucker out then. Yeah, turns out there was rebar there in the end. Right, bit us down. And now I'm sitting down for a bit while we cut to Tanya doing something interesting with a chainsaw.
This is where I realized I'd put the chain on backwards, because I'm a numpty. It also took a while to work out a clamping system, but it was much safer once I had. And I lost track of the number of times that the chain came off, and yeah, that was a long day.
Just missed a couple of spots on this. Lovely. Unbox these flowers so we know what has to be done to them. And voila! They're everything you want. Pansies. And we could eat them. paint one right now if I wanted to. This is the kind of happy horse shit that just always happens.